She said, "You are so controlling for asking where I am," I said. "Then you will love what comes next." I left her the apartment keys, signed the contract in another country, and when she texted, "I miss you," I replied with a photo of the sunset from my balcony, then blocked her. I met Emily in college back when we were both scraping by on ramen and dreams. She was studying marketing, full of that infectious energy that made every late-night study session feel like an adventure. I was the steady one, majoring in software engineering, always planning ahead. We clicked because opposites attract, or at least that is what I told myself. After graduation, we moved in together in a mid-sized city in the Midwest, building what I thought was a solid life. For 3 years, I was all in. I relocated for her first big job opportunity, even though it meant turning down a better offer for myself. When she hit a rough patch and was laid off during a company restructure, I covered the rent solo for 6 months while she job hunted. I would cook her favorite meals after her interviews, listen to her vent about rejections, and hype her up. "You have got this," I would say, and I meant it. Flashback to one night. She came home, defeated, tears streaming down her face. I held her for hours, promising we would get through it. I even dipped into my savings to pay for a certification course she wanted. In return, she was affectionate, fun, the kind of partner who made weekends memorable with spontaneous road trips or cozy movie nights. I thought we were building a foundation that would last forever, but things started shifting about a year ago. Emily landed a new gig at a trendy agency, and suddenly her schedule exploded. Late nights at team building events, weekends networking. I would text her around 10 at night, just a casual message. "Hey, everything good, heading home soon." Nothing intense, just checking in like any normal couple would do. Her responses got snappier. "I am fine." "Stop hovering." Or "Why do you always need to know my every move?" It stung, because I was not prying, I cared. If roles were reversed, I would want her to know I was safe. The red flags piled up. She would come home smelling like cologne that was not mine. Her phone was glued to her hand, notifications silenced. I would ask gently, "Rough day? Want to talk?" And she would brush it off with, "You are being paranoid." I tried to give her space, thinking it was work stress, but inside doubt crept in. Was I really controlling for wanting basic communication? This is what psychologists call gaslighting, making me doubt my own sanity to cover up her behavior. She was rewriting the narrative of our relationship to make my reasonable concern look like oppression. One evening, I found a coffee receipt from a spot across town, timestamped during her overtime. I did not confront her right away. Instead, I sat with it, feeling that pit in my stomach grow. We had built something real, or so I thought. I sacrificed promotions to stay local for her, turned down trips with friends because she wanted us time. And now it felt like I was the backup plan in my own relationship. Little did I know the betrayal was about to blow up in my face. It all came to a head on a rainy Thursday night. I had gotten home early, made her favorite stir fry, hoping to reconnect. She walked in around 9 at night, soaked, but not from the rain, more like she had been rushing. Her face was flushed, eyes avoiding mine. I set the table, trying to keep it light. "Dinner is ready. How was your day?" She dropped her bag with a thud and crossed her arms. "We need to talk, Alex." My heart sank, but I nodded, sitting down. "Okay, what is up?" She paced the living room, not even glancing at the food. "This is not working. You have become so controlling, always asking where I am. What I am doing. It is suffocating." I blinked, caught off guard. "Controlling?" "Emily, I ask because I care. If you are out late, I worry. That is not control. That is concern." She rolled her eyes, that smug smirk creeping in, the one she used when she thought she had the upper hand. "Concern? Please. It is jealousy disguised as caring. Jake does not do that. He trusts me. Lets me breathe." Jake, her coworker, the flashy salesman from the agency. I had met him at a company party. Charming, sure, but slimy. The kind of guy who smiles too much and never answers a direct question. "Jake, what has he got to do with this?" She stopped pacing and leaned against the counter, her tone turning dismissive. "Everything. We have been seeing each other for months. He is exciting, Alex. He does not clip my wings like you do. Our relationship, it is stagnant. You are always planning, saving, being responsible. Jake lives in the moment. He makes me feel alive. I felt like I had been punched. Months, all those late nights. The dodgy excuses. So you have been cheating and you are blaming me for what? Wanting to know if you are safe. Her laugh was sharp. Cruel cheating. It is not like that. You push me away with your neediness. Asking where are you every night. That is not normal. Jake says it is a red flag for control issues. I deserve someone who respects my freedom. Twisted logic at its finest. She was justifying betrayal by flipping the script on my basic decency. Freedom to lie and sneak around. Got it. So what now? She shrugged like we were discussing takeout options. I am moving in with him. His place is bigger. Closer to work. You can keep the apartment, consider it a parting gift. We will split the stuff later. No remorse, just smug efficiency. I sat there. The stir-fry going cold, processing her words. Inside rage bubbled, but I swallowed it. No yelling, no begging. I had seen enough stories to know that would not help. Instead, I stood up slowly, grabbed the apartment keys from the hook and placed them on the table. You are so controlling for asking where I am. She repeated mockingly as if to drive the point home. I met her eyes, calm as I could manage. Then you will love what comes next. She frowned, thrown off. What does that mean? I did not elaborate, just turned and headed to the bedroom to pack an overnight bag. She followed, her voice rising. Alex, do not be dramatic. This is for the best. You will see. Maybe you will find someone who likes your stability. Stability code for boring, I guessed. No drama here, I said evenly. You want freedom. You have got it. She huffed, grabbing her things. Fine, I will crash at Jake's tonight. We can talk logistics tomorrow. As she left, slamming the door, I felt the weight of it all crash down. But I did not chase her. Instead, I sat on the couch staring at the wall, letting the confusion swirl. If you think I was right to let her go without a fight, hit the subscribe button. We talk about self-respect and boundaries here on Story Sparks. The departure. By morning, I made a decision. No confrontation. No emotional outburst, just detachment. The next few days were a blur of silence and strategy. Emily texted once, left some stuff behind. Coming by Saturday, I did not respond. Instead, I focused on logistics. I had been sitting on a job offer for months. A senior developer role with a tech firm overseas in a coastal town in Europe. It was a dream gig. Better pay. Remote-friendly with a relocation package. I had applied on a whim during one of her networking weekends, never expecting it to pan out. But now, perfect timing. I signed the contract that afternoon, emailing HR to confirm my start date in 2 weeks. No fanfare. Just a quiet click of send. Then I started packing, not dramatically but methodically. Clothes, books, the few mementos that were not tainted. The apartment felt empty already, echoes of our laughter mocking me. I sat with the betrayal, letting it breathe. Confusion hit hard. Was I really controlling? I replayed texts in my mind. Simple check-ins, nothing obsessive. No, this was her manipulation. Nights were the worst. I would lie awake, the unfairness gnawing at me. Why me? I had given up so much. Friends' weddings skipped because she needed me home. A side hustle abandoned to support her career. Flashback to her job loss. I had worked overtime to cover bills, reassuring her daily. We are a team, I had said. Now that team was dissolved and I was left holding the pieces. But I did not wallow. Dignity meant action, not despair. I booked a one-way flight. Arranged to sublet the apartment through a friend. Mutual acquaintances started reaching out. Subtle probes like, heard about you and Emily. You okay? I kept replies short, handling it. No bad mouthing. That was not my style. The move was seamless. I left a note for the subletter with the keys, forwarded mail, and vanished. Landing in Europe felt like shedding skin. The air was saltier here. The streets alive with unfamiliar chatter. My new apartment overlooked the sea. Balcony sunsets that painted the sky in oranges and pinks. Work drove me in head first. Challenging projects. a team that valued my input. I started running mornings, exploring cafes, even picked up basic language lessons. The silence from her side was golden at first, but internally I evolved. Early on, vulnerability crept in, doubts about trust, wondering if I would ever open up again. Therapy helped. I found an online counselor unpacking how her words had twisted my self-view. "You are not controlling," the therapist said. "You were invested." Clarity came slowly. Her betrayal was not my fault. It was her flaw. Months blurred into growth. I built a routine: hikes on weekends, dinners with expat friends, no rebound flings. I focused on me. The confusion faded, replaced by calm. I was free, ironically, from her freedom. Her smug dismissal replayed, less often, overshadowed by my new reality. I detached completely, a ghost in her old world. Little did I know her unraveling was just beginning. The karma. Settling into my new life abroad, I kept tabs on the old world sparingly. At first, it was radio silence on Emily's end, which suited me fine. I figured she had ridden off into the sunset, with Jake living that exciting life she craved. But about 3 months in, the cracks started showing. One of our shared acquaintances, Mike, messaged me out of the blue. "Hey man, not sure if you want to hear this, but things blew up with Emily and Jake." I did not probe, but he spilled anyway. Turns out Jake was not the free-spirited prince she had painted. He was unstable, with a history of bouncing between jobs and relationships. Emily had quit her position at the agency to support his latest venture, a shady startup that promised quick riches but was basically a pyramid scheme. She had invested her savings, convinced it was their big break. Karma hit like a freight train. The startup imploded when investors pulled out, exposing Jake's embezzlement. He bylaid, leaving Emily holding the bag, debts piling up, no job, and isolated because she had burned bridges at work by bad-mouthing colleagues who did not get her new path. Worse, Jake turned abusive in the fallout, yelling matches, controlling her finances. Ironic, right? And eventually cheating on her with someone from his old circle. She found out when his ex messaged her screenshots. Proof he had been playing multiple women all along. Mike said she had unraveled fast. Moved back to her parents' place in the suburbs, scraping by on freelance gigs that barely covered bills. Her social media shifted from glamorous posts to vague cries for help. Life lessons come hard when betrayed by those you trust. Friends started distancing themselves when the truth leaked. Jake's mess was not just personal. It tangled her in legal drama over the failed business. One by one, people saw through her facade. The smug girl who dismissed me as controlling was now the cautionary tale. I did not gloat. Sitting on my balcony watching the waves crash, I felt a quiet satisfaction. Not revenge, justice. She had chosen chaos over stability, manipulation over loyalty, and now it bit her. I thought back to those late nights I had worried about her safety only to be gaslit. Now she was truly alone, her freedom a cage of her own making. The attempt. As her downfall deepened, the outreach began. Subtle at first, then desperate. It started innocently enough. About 6 months after I left, an email popped up. Her work address, since I blocked her number. "Hey Alex, hope you are well. Just checking in. Heard you are overseas. Crazy, miss our talks. Let us catch up." I stared at it, the cursor blinking. Miss our talks. The ones where she would accuse me of suffocating her. I archived it without replying. A week later, a text from an unknown number. "It is Emily. New phone. I made a mistake with Jake. He was toxic. Can we talk? I need closure." Closure. As if she had not slammed that door herself. I did not respond, but the floodgates opened. Calls from withheld numbers, voicemails piling up. "Alex, please pick up. I am sorry for how I ended things. You were right. I was blind. Jakey hurt me bad, abusive, cheating. I am in therapy now, figuring stuff out." Her tone shifted from apologetic to pleading. "I miss you. Remember our road trips? We were good together. Give me a chance to explain." Then involving others. Her toxic squad. Her best friend Sarah, who had always sided with her, messaged me on social media. "Emily is a mess without you. You are being cruel ignoring her. She needs support. Be the bigger person. Cruel, the irony burned. Sarah followed up with a call. Look, Alex, she is broke living with her parents. Jake left her in debt. Her family is worried, just talk to her. You owe her that after 3 years. Owe her. After her betrayal, I kept my responses minimal. A polite not interested to Sarah. Then blocked her too. Emily's attempts escalated. Angry emails. How can you ghost me like this? You are proving you were controlling all along, punishing me for choosing myself. Choosing herself meant cheating and discarding me, but okay. Her family got involved next. Her mom called from a number I did not recognize. Alex, this is ridiculous. Emily is suffering. You walked away without a fight. Cowardly. Come back and fix this. Fix what? Their daughter's mess. I hung up mid-sentence. The desperation peaked with a barrage of texts. Please, I am alone. No one understands like you. I was wrong. Jake was a liar. Let us start over. I will move there if you want. It revealed the hypocrisy. Begging for the stability she had mocked, power reversed. She was unraveling while I thrived, but I stayed detached. No emotional hooks left. The climax. The climax came unexpectedly about a year after the split during an online reunion for our old college group. Mike organized it. A video call to catch up. I joined from my balcony. Sunset glowing behind me, feeling worlds away. Little did I know Emily had wheedled her way in, probably through Sarah. She popped on screen, looking worn, dark circles, forced smile. The chat was awkward. People tiptoed around our history. Then she messaged privately. Alex, while you look great. That view, incredible, can we talk after? I ignored it, focusing on the group, but she pushed unmuting herself. Hey everyone. Quick shout out to Alex, congrats on the move. We should all visit. Polite murmurs followed. Then in the private chat again, please Alex, I miss you. Jake was a nightmare, abusive, left me broke. I am better now. Let us reconnect. Her voice cracked on the call when she circled back publicly. Alex, off topic, but I regret everything. You were the best thing, can we chat privately? The room went silent. I unmuted calmly, face neutral. Emily, that chapter is closed. I have built a life here. New job, new friends, peace I did not know I needed. You are irrelevant to that now. She blinked, stunned. Irrelevant after all we had. You are heartless. Heartless like her smug breakup. I did not bite. Not heartless, just moved on completely. She ranted then, true colors blazing. You think you are better running away to Europe. You will end up alone too. I smiled faintly. Alone? No, this is freedom, real freedom. Enjoy yours. With that, I sent a quick photo to her private chat. The sunset from my balcony, waves crashing below. No caption needed. Then I blocked her mid-call, excusing myself from the group with a wave. Great seeing you all. Gotta run. After reflection hit, I had evolved from the hurt guy questioning his worth to someone emotionally free. No sympathy for her karma. It was earned. Now I am dating casually. Someone who values stability without weaponizing it. Work is booming. Life is sunsets over the sea. Thanks for watching.